and type of character controller. So if we add this script into our player, it'll automatically add in our character controller for us. We have our player velocity. It'll keep track of the velocity for us. This is whether the player is on the floor. And here are some variables that you can change around. I'm going to move those variables to the top, and I'm going to be putting a serialized field on each of them so that you can easily see them in the inspector and change the values while you're in play mode so they can fit your liking. Alright, so first they get the character controller component, and then here they check if the character is grounded. If the character is grounded, then set the Y velocity to 0. Then here, we're going to be changing this. They get the input from the horizontal and vertical axis. Here, they actually move the player with that vector 3 times time.delta time times our speed. This just rotates the player in the direction that they're facing, which we're actually going to remove since we're going to be doing that ourselves. And here is just our jumping if statement. If we're jumping, then do the physics equation for jumping. Here we add gravity, and then here we move the character on the y-axis times time.delta time. So the first thing we want to do is get our input from the input system. So let's add in a serialized field. And so to use this, we actually need to include using Unity Engine .input system. And then here we can say private input action reference. Here we're going to say movement. So there we're going to input our vector 2 composite that we made. And then here let's do one for our jumping. So private input action reference, jump control. And I'm just going to add in control into our movement here. Alright, so now for our movement, let's get our new movement values. So right here, let's do a vector 2 movement equals, and then we named it movement control, so we can say movement control dot action dot read value, and we can select vector 2 since that's